Microfinance is basically providing small business loans to local business owners.
Microfinance provides economic opportunity for small business owners that historically fall outside of the traditional requirements for a banking institution loan.
Generally, a microloan would be considered anything that's $35,000 or under.
The goal is to help people to achieve self-sufficiency and hopefully some semblance of economic comfort through business startup or through entrepreneurship.
Microfinance is an economic engine that can help to boost people's incomes, to create jobs for the communities, and to really help small businesses flourish.
The folks involved are supporting some kind of community-based social enterprise or small business with a conscience.
Essentially what the Microfinance Alliance is based around is that we have this group of individuals who are leaders of different nonprofit organizations in the San Diego area, as well as professors and leaders on different universities who have a strong interest in microfinance that are willing to come together and begin to raise awareness about microfinance and to really work together to help small business owners and borrowers to begin progressing along kind of the lending scale to essentially help them to become bankable with a commercial bank.
CDC Small Business Finance is a certified development company, and we're certified by the SBA to administer a variety of different SBA loan programs, and our business loan programs support the activities of the alternative non-bank lending programs.
Acción San Diego is a nonprofit organization that's been providing small business loans to entrepreneurs within San Diego County since 1994. Acción San Diego's program really gets to know the borrower, and we take into consideration what we call the 3 C's. Credit, capacity, and character.
In microfinance, we really try to look at the person as a whole. We look at their character, we look at their credit, we look at their potential and the possibility that they have to grow their business and do better in the future.
Unlike a traditional lending institution, credit's not one of the only factors that we look at. We actually look at about 15 to 20 different factors, and we do take into consideration the credit history and score along with the financials, but we also look at the capacity that the borrower has to repay the loan, and we look at their character and what their needs are for their business.
We don't put them in a box and look at just their debt coverage ratio or just the collateral coverage that they have or just their credit score. If they have a lower credit score, we want to hear their story and find out what's bringing the credit score down. We don't care as much about the score as we do about the story.
And the goal of the loan is actually to build someone's credit, build their business, and build their income so that they can eventually transition onto traditional financing through banks.
Axion actually really helped me out as far as the microfinancing is concerned, because I went to try to deal with the bank in traditional loans, and I wasn't able to get the loans because of certain credit problems and history stuff like that from the past.
I think at the heart of what microfinance is the borrower. And our staff works extremely hard to build a personal relationship with the borrower. That's really the key to making our clients successful, is building that relationship and knowing exactly what we can help them to make their dreams and their business grow.
Axion, after they looked at everything that I had to offer on the table and how the business was already up and running, they gave me the opportunity to build on that growth. And it turned into a good partnership. I'm gonna call it a partnership because they still help me out in the midst of all the stuff that I'm going through with this business. As this business is growing, I can say that they're growing with me.
He grew his business. He actually doubled the size of his business, and he hired employees from the local community, and his credit score also boosted over 50 points.
As the business opened up, within the first year, we got to the point to where we had lines outside of the door. We had up to 4-hour waits with people. There was only 3 barbers at the time, and we wanted room for growth. So what we did is we decided to get a loan from Axion to expand our business, which we then in turn took over the business next door to us. It is more than just a barbershop. It's a hub of the community. And with our growth, we've been able to expand ourselves out to everyone.
Just from having the 2 loans with our program, his business has grown, his income has increased, and he's created jobs within the community.
With the help of Axion, we were able to create jobs for seven barbers, shoe shine, and a hairstylist and a braider. Without Axion, it would probably still be us 3 barbers with lines outside the door.
I think microfinance is a really powerful and vital tool to community and economic development.
It's about allowing those around the world in San Diego the opportunity to create a job for themselves and to create a job for others.
And particularly with the current market and how credit has tightened, there's high unemployment right now.
So microfinance is simply leveling the playing field, I think, because we live in a world where there's a lot of systems and that don't provide equal opportunity for everyone.
My name's Chris Naive. I'm the Associate Director for the Center for Community Service Learning, and in a nutshell, my job is to get faculty and students involved with community-based projects. And we work with La Maestra, and the person who really runs the group is this rainmaker. I like to call her a rainmaker. Her name's Elena Cruz. The grant really said we want to give money to folks who can help with revitalizing the economy of California. There are 10 businesses in each group. Each business owner, and they're all women at this point, receive $250 as part of their loan. And then what we do with grant funds is provide all kinds of business development and marketing services.
This is a brochure for one of the ladies that has a business. She does laughter yoga, and USD came up with the brochure and came up with ideas for her business card. Our microcredit program. What we have is women who are in the microcredit program who already have a business but who want also to be able to use to show some of their creativity. Some of them said that they didn't know how to do anything creative, but with some of the classes that we're doing with them, you can see just how creative they really are. for them to learn something. Most of them don't go to work anyplace else. Microcredit and whatever business they do is their way of making a living.
Microfinance has been a great bridge for that because they can do these businesses at home, and they're getting business support services from USD students, Point Loma students, San Diego State students, UCSD students, and they're also getting kind of the wellness services from La Maestra. So it's been just a great partnership.
Mi nombre es Lidia Cansado y estoy aquí en el programa de microcrédito para la maestra con Elena. Estoy haciendo joyería, tejido, carteras, aretes, collares. Me siento muy bien con todas mis compañeras del taller y aprendiendo cada día y ayudando a mi familia con la economía de lo que estoy aprendiendo aquí. Todo lo que he aprendido. O sea, primero que nada me siento en confianza, que me siento cuando llego a un lugar que me siento bien acogida, que no es un lugar que me siento que me discriminan en lo absoluto. O sea, puedo hacer cosas y me enseñan, he aprendido a ser independiente, he aprendido a compartir con las personas, a andar en grupo. O sea, nunca había trabajado por hacer algo que con mis mismas manos pudiera darme un beneficio. En la Fundación de la Mujer, la primera ayuda que me dieron la cogí para los libros de mi hija en la universidad. Me siento de que todo lo que es el pasado de mi vida que pasé en Cuba, toda la falta de libertad de expresión, aquí también me puedo expresar muy bien porque me dejan, hablamos de todos los temas y entonces sí, es muy rica, ya saben. Y entonces me siento como que puedo mostrar la libertad que uno sienta aquí, tener un lugar donde nos apoyan, podemos hablar de cualquier tema en libertad.
There are only supposed to be 10 businesses in these groups. There's about 16. 6 of them aren't getting a business loan, and they're actually very successful, wealthy women. So why are they coming to this group? Well, they're coming because the group model is more than just a loan. It's saying we're a support network, and we're going to help each other through, our stories, our experiences, through what we're going through.
Before they were coming, they looked at each other as the competition. Now they look at each other as how can we help one another so that each one can get ahead.
And then really the loan is just kind of icing on top of the cake.
In microfinance, it's not only the business, but it is them learning about how business is done in the United States.
I think collaboration among nonprofit partners is key to any community, and the success that it brings for the small businesses that receive the benefits from the organization. Each nonprofit partner can't do it all themselves. If we collaborate, we can offer a much broader base of resources to the community through that collaboration.
And here in San Diego, it's unique because we have systems in place that will allow someone to begin financing or getting a loan from as small as $500 and then perhaps progress on to a loan from Accion for $5,000 and then maybe on to CDC Small Business Finance, receiving a larger and larger loan until they've established enough business history and credit history to be able to actually get a loan from a traditional commercial source.
Well, let's say a client comes to me and needs, say, $70,000, and I have my SBA microloan program that goes up to $35,000, and so we need an additional $35,000. I might go to Accion San Diego or to the City of San Diego, who also has a revolving pool of funds, and partner with them and say, hey, I've got this deal, it's a good deal, I'll do half of the deal, you guys do the other half of the deal, we split the risk, we help the borrower get the financing for their business.
We're a bit unique here in San Diego in the fact that we have such a cohesive group of micro lenders.
The San Diego Microfinance Alliance is something that we're pretty excited about being a part of. We see it very much as kind of this really great effort to raise the profile of microfinance in San Diego. I think so much of the work of small business development and the media attention goes to its effectiveness overseas. And I think for the most part it's kind of a secret in San Diego that this exists. My name is Kazim Rovahedi, and I'm the Community and Economic Development Programs Manager with the International Rescue Committee in San Diego. I kind of oversee a number of programs that help newly arrived refugees or other low-income families try and move from a disadvantaged economic situation to self-sufficiency and hopefully beyond that into prosperity.
My name is Mohammed Ali, and I started the sambusa business. I've been in the game for 5 years, selling sambusas, different flavors. Sambusa is a turnover, African turnover, and it looks like this. And they come in 6 different flavors. This is a spinach one, and there's also potato, lentil, coconut cream, and beef, and a curry chicken. Would you like a sample?
The way that IRC administers its program and several other organizations, what's probably more common in the United States, is to allow for kind of larger loans to individuals rather than smaller loans to groups, and also try and report that repayment information to the credit bureaus to try and set people up to access the other products that exist for business owners from the SBA and from more kind of mainstream financial institutions. Most of our work with other organizations revolves around access to capital. We work with Banker Small Business CDC and also with Acción San Diego to provide additional sources of funding for our clients who want to take out business loans. So our approach is in many ways focused on giving people access to credit to start businesses that they would not be able to access on the open market because they have a bad credit score, because they're new in the country and have no credit, or don't have an established business. The other main kind of pillar of our work is providing a lot of one-on-one technical assistance. Someone who's not a native-born American who's been in the country for a few years is going to have a hard time marketing to a U.S. consumer.
Mohammed has a lot of drive for such a young entrepreneur. He goes to school full-time. He's in the process of transferring right now, but he's still coming in once a week to just develop his skills, develop his business, and he's very determined to grow his business into a full-time affair after school.
IRC helped with marketing, financing. They helped organizational skills. I appreciate what they've done, and I appreciate how they've done it, and I learned a lot from them. No matter rain or shine, you go to their office and they're just humble smiles and willing to listen to you, and don't look down on people just because of lack of financing.
What we're trying to do is simply just even the playing field. Native-born Americans tend to have a more understanding of marketing channels. They have more understanding of how to access capital. They have longer credit histories, and these are all things that refugees come to the table without.
When you go to their office, that's the most important thing to them, is that dream and the idea. And then everything revolves around that.
For me, I think the most rewarding aspect of my job is really to see the clients grow, and oftentimes you have a client come into your office and they just have an idea, and with the tools that you're able to help them with, their business flourishes and actually comes to fruition.
And I can look at someone and see the potential in them and know that they have what it takes to succeed in their business.
The best part of my job is when we get to finance someone who normally wouldn't have been able to get funding anywhere else, and we get to help them really to kind of pursue their dream.
And I can advocate for them and help them get financing to grow or start their business and make their dreams come true.
And so to see them actually live out that dream, and sometimes it's a dream that they have in order to have a specific lifestyle or increase their income or build their business credit, and other times it's to help the community.
It's really exciting when someone calls me and says, thank you for making our dreams come true.
To actually see that dream become a reality with the help of access to capital and business training through our program and partners is really great.
Money.